I have a plan today. I just want to play. I'm feeling very playful, and I've been doing these abstract flowers that I am deeply enjoying. They're just so pretty. They're just so pretty. So I want to do some more. Oh, yes. Stephanie, I thought of you when I put it up. I thought Stephanie is going to appreciate this, and I wonder how Stephanie is going to adapt this coloring page so that it actually looks more like a bear. But I definitely saw, after you said it, I saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, yep, I see what you're saying there. I'm just going to pop YouTube up on my, um, oops, on my phone here so that I can see your comments. On my phone here so that I can. But we'll turn the volume off. That was good to see what the lag is. That was interesting. I've got it on ultra low latency. So no, I definitely, after you said it, I saw it. After you said it, I saw it. Hi, Bettina. Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was like, yes, that definitely looks like a chunky mammalian creature of some kind if you squint and look at it sideways. I was like, yeah, I definitely see it. That was super fun to make. I think it took me maybe 4 or 5 hours. I know that the time-lapsed versions of these digital drawings that I do, it makes it look so fast, right? Like it just happens. It just falls out of the Apple Pencil, but they take hours and hours and hours. So anyone that says that digital art isn't real art can kiss my grits, if you see what I'm saying, because they take a long time. I just want to be playful today. That's what I'm going for, is playful. Our Journal 52 was Wonder. I sent that email out yesterday. And then this morning I sat down and listened to the song that inspired that little art card, even though I'm not in love with that art card. It's not my favorite thing I've ever made, but it was part of a larger spread and it fit really perfectly in that little spread. But the song that inspired that little painting was Cup of Wonder by Jethro Tull, which is just one of my favorite songs. I love Jethro Tull. Ian is the bomb. So I listened to that and it got me into the mood. And I really want to focus on this obsession that I'm currently having with these super abstract florals. So I'll show you one of them, and then I'll show you the one that I did during Mystic Makers yesterday. So this is what I'm talking about. I love these. These are so much fun. So I want to do more of the same today, but I did it with different mediums. I love this. Look at this. They're so swirly whirly. They're so adorable. So this is my new Sweet Trash Journal, just so you guys can see, because I know I promised you that I would show you how it's going with that. This is the Sweet Trash Journal that I started with some of you in a weekend workshop earlier in the year. It is bursting at the seams. And this is what it started as. This is how it started. So these take on a life of their own. They really bloom, and that's why I love them so much. I'm doing my Sweet Trash Journals now in a Moleskine Cahier extra, extra large. So they're 8.5 by 11. Okay, so let us come back to center. Today we're going to play with florals. I'm calling in the spirit of wonder. That's what I'm calling in today. That's what I want, is to call in the spirit of wonder. So I am going to light a candle with my heart center. So I'm imagining in the center of my chest there is a flame, and this is the flame of wonder within me. And as I light this candle, I'm imagining this flame, this little spark of wonder, leaping out of my body and into my candle so that I can share the gift of wonder with the world. So that's what we're doing today. Going to share the gift of wonder with the world. So that is lit. Let me change my camera view here so that we can get into it. One of the things that I want to do as I'm doing these florals is really focus on Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Pressing the wrong buttons, because of course I am. I want to focus on thinking about and speaking to the things that make me feel that sense of wonder, if that makes sense to you. And I would love it if you guys would add some of that to the chat as well. So what makes you feel a sense of wonder? And I'm going to actually film this for my no drawing required challenge, because this is actually going to be a no drawing required little painting. So I'm going to go ahead and hit record there. So I'm going to focus on wonder and what brings me a sense of wonder. So I'm going to start this off using these Derwent ink blots, of course, blocks, not blots. Of course, if you don't have these, you can use whatever else you've got going on. You can use these just as watercolors, but they dry waterproof. So they're so amazing. But you can also pick them up and use them as like, they almost feel like a chalk pastel when you first use them, but then when you activate them with water, they become a waterproof ink. So I have the hiccups because I just ate the world's most amazing bagel with cream cheese. So I'm just going to scribble. And this one I want to do a little bit smaller than the ones that I did over the weekend. So I'm just going to put just some really irregular little shapes on here. I got to remember to switch up the direction of some of them, or they'll all look exactly the same, and that's not what I'm going for here. So y'all are saying, hang on. Okay, wonder, daffodils, flowers, nature, blue sky with white clouds in the summertime, newborn humans and critters. Newborn critters are so cute. The sap surge, you know what I mean? I do. The tree blood, when the tree blood is rising, definitely. I have actually drunk that straight tree sap from maples, not the syrup, but I've had tons of syrup in my life. Don't get me wrong, I'm Canadian, it's a thing. But I've also just had the liquor, the tree liquor. It's just amazing, just the most amazing thing ever. What else? Dragonflies, spring flowers, butterflies. Yes, Caran d'Ache will work, but it won't be waterproof. So you'll want to maybe use some fixative on that before you go at it with your paint pens. Actually, this all happened by accident the day that I did it, because I was looking for my Caran d'Ache and they weren't around. Look at me grabbing yellow. Nature, sunsets, sunrises, moonlight on water, the smell of soil, waterfalls, Sedona, the night sky, mountains. I feel it in my solar plexus. Yes, it is very inner child related for me. Wonder is very much an inner child experience for me. So I too feel it in my guts. And sometimes it makes my throat ache and my eyes prickle. I'm being a little bit more mindful about the colors that I'm using today. I had some really jarring red in the last one that I did. Not the last one, the second to last one that I did. I had some really jarring red in it, and I did not love that, so I'm not doing that this time. So just throwing in some of these circular shapes, varying the shape a little bit here and there. think I want one more blue fleur. Praise for something you've created. A lone bagpiper never fails to give me goosebumps, right? Total goosebumps. Those bagpipers, man. There are people who love bagpipes and there are people who hate them, and I am one of the ones that loves them. Okay, I'm going to go in now with some green. I'm going to pick kind of a sagey green and get into the middle here. Now, this does become a bit of a mess when you start to activate it, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Can you see how that chalky sort of residue is rubbing off on my fingers just like pastels? It's really like a powdered ink. So it's like a dehydrated powdered ink. And again, you can use them straight out of the tin. Geese calling when they fly over. So I am so lucky. I live really close to Harris Park, which is absolutely overrun with geese. And they fly over every morning and every night in the spring and summer and fall. And they've started coming back, so I started hearing them again, which is just so lovely. They always remind me of Mary Oliver. There we go. Lovely. I'm a little on the quiet side today because I hurt my body. When I got my little tattoo yesterday, I held my neck funny in order to let her have access to my collarbone. And I also held my breath a lot, and it did a number on my poor body. Of course, the hydraulics in my chair picked this moment to fail, as usual. Bird song before dawn. Okay, I have a whole metric butt ton of these little water brushes from Jane Davenport that I bought years ago and then very rarely used, but they're really handy for stuff like this. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this now, and I'm going to be careful to activate the Derwent in one color, and then I'll clean my brush and come in and do the other colors. It might have been wise to start with the green, but whatever. Cardinals. Cardinals are rumored to be like messengers from the ancestors. Like, I've always heard that when you're often loved ones will visit you as a cardinal. Oh, that's a hair. Not cat magic that time. That was my hair. So yeah, my shoulders are super stiff, and I took a Robax Platinum, which is a muscle relaxer, so I'm a little on the dopey side. not thinking straight today. So you'll have to forgive anything I say that seems out of character. It's because I'm high on muscle relaxers for this stupid shoulder injury. And again, these will dry waterproof. That's what's so great about them. Unlike the Caran d'Ache. The Caran d'Ache are lovely too. I'm not like the hugest fan of Caran d'Ache. Color 2 crayons. I do like them when I'm, just trying to be kind of childlike and, get that sense of playfulness in whatever it is that I'm working on. They're fun for that, but I always use other mediums on top of it. No, I didn't color the background. I didn't put any gesso on here. This is all just on mixed media paper. These are, this is a set of little cards that I bought from Strathmore. It came with envelopes, but I repurposed it for this project because they're just the perfect size for like a little Monday morning gathering when we don't want too much pressure and we just want to play. It's the perfect size for that. So I just put the Derwent Intense blocks right on top of this mixed media paper. And it seems to be holding up quite well, hey? 41 of you in here and 21 likes. Please smash that like button. Interacting with my videos is how other people find them. And we want to infect the whole world. We want to go viral with a Monday morning little bit of creativity and fun. Because there is no better way to start a week. Somebody is standing right outside of my house, swearing up a storm, talking to his friend. Like, dude. Oh yeah, this Robax has me feeling way too mellow for live. Oh my word, I'm sorry, you guys. Probably doesn't help that I put a healthy dollop of cannabis cream on the injury either. Double whammy. But hey, at least I'm in less pain, right? Yeah, the Derwent ink tints are wonderful. They're so interesting to work with. They don't work on top of acrylics paint. Like I wouldn't attempt that. Um, Although I don't know, I haven't really tried with them wet. They might, I don't know. They are an ink, but they're great for backgrounds or for this type of stuff that I'm doing here. This little Okay, let's give this a dry. Get that a little clean there. I'm going to make sure that that's dry. And it is. And I'm going to grab some that's matte medium. That is not the droid I'm looking for. There it is. I'm going to grab some iridescent medium. So this is a Liquitex product. I'm sure that there are other iridescent mediums out there. This is basically a transparent mica in an acrylic suspension. So it's mica in a transparent acrylic suspension. So it just adds sparkle. So I'm just going to brush that on there. See, no smearing because Derwent Inktense dries waterproof. Yay! So I'm going to even that out a bit and just brush the excess right off of there. And then more heat gun action because we need this to be completely dry before we go in here with our various pens and paint markers and whatever else we're going to be using. I think that's good enough for the Oh Hoo Hoo though, so I'm going to grab the Oh Hoo Hoo. I just love saying that. These are metallic markers. They dry waterproof. They are fabulous. Just going to make sure that that's clean. So step one is to make just really random spirals. Just keep it really loose. You're not thinking flower petal. You're not thinking flower. You're just mark making. I was introduced to these by my friend April Laramie. She bought some and thought I needed them. So she had them sent to my house. She does that. She's that kind of friend who's just like, oh, you need these. And then she just has them shipped to my house. I'm kind of that kind of friend too, actually, now that I think of it. So I'm just making little foliage marks here in the background, filling up the background with these kind of leafy-like looking things. Again, just making the marks, not stressing about, does this look right? Does it look, what kind of plant is this? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just make some marks. Okay, that feels pretty good. I want that to be completely dry, and then I'm going to go glaze over that. Yes, but they really need to be dry, Robin. You really need to dry them. April did not know that they really need to be bone dry before you go over them. Okay, I'm going to grab a Pitt pen. This is a Faber-Castell Pitt pen. This is May Green. It looks like green apple to me. And I'm just glazing in the background over these little white marks that I made. They're not showing up as well as they did in my other painting, probably because that other painting was done on actual watercolor paper. Because my Strathmore visual journal is actually watercolor paper, whereas this is mixed media paper, which is a different creature. It's very smooth. It's far less toothy, but it's still working out. I can see it. It's going to be so pretty. Yes, Carolyn, when I put down these circles with the Derwent Inktense, I then activated them with water on a clean brush. And then I dried it thoroughly. And the Derwent Inktense are waterproof once they're dry, so you can just continue working. But not everyone has the Derwent Inktense. They are quite expensive. They are considered a fine art supply. They're not crafter quality. They're actually archival. So they, last for 100 years or something ridiculous like that, unlike other mark makers you can find out there in the realm of crafting. So they are spendy, but then so are the Neocolor 2s. I'm starting to look for alternatives to all the fine art supplies that I use that are more in the craft realm, because I work so much in journals. I don't sell my art, right? It's just for me, so it doesn't need to be archival. And I just heat set that ink. That's an India ink marker. I just heat set that. So I just heated it up so that it'll stay put. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a black Uniposca paint pen. And, oh, that's a bullet tip. I don't want that. I want the sharper nib. That's brand new. I don't want to open a new one. This one's good. This is good enough. That's also a bullet tip. Rude. Here we go. Pump it a couple times. This is the fine tip pen type 0.7 millimeter Uniposca paint pen. They are fab for mark making. And then really fast, really sketchy, really loose. Do not stress at all. Just go over your spirals again in a scribbly, sort of sketchy manner. Keep it messy. We like messy today. We're all about the messy. Just move wicked fast. It's a little harder to work wicked fast down here because we're on the edge of a page, but we did our best. Oh, you know what? I forgot a step, but that's okay. I'm going to put my marker on, and then I'm going to bring out my interference paints and my gold paints. This is probably already dried to the point where I can't just wipe it out, but that's fine. I've just made a little bit more work for myself because I really want to use my interference paints on this. Okay, I'm going to pull out my interference paints and my gold paint now. So I'm going to grab some interference violet and interference blue. Just going to heat set this marker a little bit so I don't end up with black smears everywhere. Kim, that's such a great idea. A network of neurospicy creators would be just such a blessing. The only thing is neurospicy people have a tendency to flake. I don't. I have way too much abandonment trauma for that. I don't flake. I might be late, but I don't flake. But I know other neurospicy creators that do. And that can be really hard on the nervous system of those of us who don't flake. Okay, so I'm just going into this with a spiral of this interference blue. It's going to be very hard for you to see this on camera. Let me see if I can get it to shift for you. So it's basically color shifting paint. Let me grab my violet now. Yeah, the flaking thing has happened to me enough times that I'm really reluctant now to even, like, it's very difficult for me to even collaborate. I put on the Derwent Intense, and then I put on the Iridescent Medium from Liquitex. Then I use the white Ohuhu marker, which is a metallic marker. And then I put on black paint marker, but I missed a step, so I'm going back in and I'm doing the step I missed, which is put in the iridescent paints. These little interference paints are just lovely. They're so full of the sparkle, and that is my jam. So sparkle on. Beautiful. And now gold. It would be one thing if I were the kind of neurospicy who like knew how to delegate and hold good boundaries. I am learning, but I'm not there yet. Working with other people is a challenge. But honestly, I don't want to do product. I vowed after I watched what happened to poor Jane Davenport after she introduced her product line, which is fabulous and beautiful. I love her product line. But you know, she got like just lambasted if there was ever an issue with manufacturing because she was the face of the product. You know, she just got like outright trolled and bullied on the internet. And I was like, I will never do a product line. Thank you very much. Not for me. Not ever doing that. I would be in paroxysms of terror every day of my life. I don't think I need to go back in and do that black again. I think I'm just going to go with white for this next layer and see how that looks to me. So I'm just going to go over Again, oh, that paint is not dry. So I'm kind of scratching into it, but I also have a life. So I kind of want to get on with it. No, I'm wrecking my paint marker. No bueno. Nope, Effy, stop. Try it more. I'm always having paroxysms of one kind or another over here. It's just a thing. I may have to pull out the titanium white. This pen. Oh, there we go. That's better. And my pen is waking up now. There's a hair hanging off it though. Come on. Yeah, that's looking really good. Bye, Carol. Love you. No freezing there. It's got to be on your end, love. Because I'm here. I think I'm going to do one more pass. I think with a colored pen, colored paint marker. All right, let's see here. What have I got? What have I got over here? Oops. I'm throwing shit around. Because of course I am. Is there a yellow? Yes. I'm going to do one more pass. Aw, darling, thank you so much for the super chat. You are a love bug. Oh, yeah. That's rocking my Pop-Tarts. Operator error. It happens. So these are Uniposca paint pens. I'm doing a year of painting gold with Lena Hennessy, although doing might be the wrong word at this moment in time because I'm not actually doing it. I'm just so busy. But I bought these for that class because she uses a lot of paint markers. Oh well. The more you do these little spirals, the more complex your flowers look, the more depth they have. So just keep going into them over and over and over again, and I just love the way it looks. Okay, I'm going to grab a bullet tip. Thank you, Jeannie. You guys are awesome. And then I'm going to do little dots in the background like baby's breath. I thought I was going to do a cup today, but I changed my mind. I'm way too obsessed with these florals. I think they just give you a little bit more control, the paint markers. Like you have more control with them, which was a thing that was very, very important to me when I first started art journaling, and it has become less and less important to me over time. In fact, I am often found yelling at myself to stay loose. Less control, more messy, more wonk. Which doesn't mean like, you're not being intentional. You're definitely being intentional, but just looser. I think I want to do some contrast. Oh, I hear crows. If you guys weren't here, I would run outside and caw at them and throw them some peanuts. I'm going to add a touch of white around those dots as well, just to really bump up the whimsy and the contrast. But first I'm going to take one of these Ohuhu markers, and I'm going to use the brush tip to create some foliage. Now, I did not do this in my original, but I want to do it in this one. There. Thank you, Sandra. You guys are wonderful. Yeah, if you live in the mountains, Kim, they can be splody. The Uniposca paint pens can be a bit splody and sploochy. So you'll open one and, you'll go to use it and it will all just jizz all over your art. I see that on you too. Yeah, I've used them on canvas and I love them on canvas for all the little finer details in mark making. They're just really, they're fab. So I think I'm going to use, yes, this one. I'm just going to bring those little leaves out. They're totally whimsical today. Bring on the wonder. These little leaves were the perfect addition. I think I haven't waxed the spread in my 100-day project journal. I may go back in. Oh shit, no, I can't. Pardon my language. Definitely stoned on that muscle relaxer. Oh my word. I put a sentiment on that, so I can't. I don't think so. Ooh, maybe I can. I think there's enough space for me to go around the lettering and put in some just slightly larger than I was doing over here. Because I really love how that looks. That's adorable. Look at that. That really finished it, eh? That really did it. Love. Love. Love, 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 love. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's all I want to do with this. I think I'm going to put a layer of low odor gloss on this, because it will make the colors really pop. You guys are calling me fun, and I love you for it. Thank you. I'm eavesdropping on you, paying me compliments. You're all adorable. So that low odor gloss is just going to make everything sparkle. It just creates such a beautiful shine. It really makes your colors pop. It also gives the entire piece the same finish. So right now on this piece, there's a bunch of matte stuff and iridescent stuff and glossy stuff. And I really wanted to emphasize the shiny, the ooh shiny on this piece. So I want it all to be glossy. I don't want that matte in there. I forgot to use my yellow paint pen, but that's okay. Whoops, don't dip your shawl in there, Effy. That's still wet. So that just gives it a lovely glossy look. And I am going to put this up on my altar. I'll show you guys, because I need this reminder in my life that this is what's coming, that we're almost there, that spring is going to spring any moment now. I mean, it is springing, but it's gloomy. So this goes in there like that. And then I can sit and meditate with this painting, with this feeling, with the feeling that this painting evokes as needed. So yeah, so you put your paintings in the little slot there. Do I have a dry one so I can show you? I do. So like this one that we did, you can pop that in there like that and then light your little candle. These, I believe, are called oracle card displays. I think you'll find them if it's oracle card displays. Yeah. So I will do that. I love this painting. This was so much fun to make. Those are those interference paints and the oh hoo hoo markers as well. So that was a really fun experience.